Hey, howdy and hello, folks. Welcome back into T1A. I am Tank. I am here with my top five running backs. Let's get into it. So we've already done the top five quarterbacks, top five wide receivers. Might as well finish off the list and give you guys my whole tops here. So let's start off with our top one. Big shocker here, Christian McCaffrey. Guy has shown, despite his injuries, despite whatever age label we want to put on him, the 26-year-old cliff hasn't hit him yet. And he's going to probably average 15 to 17 with spikes of 30 plus point games for us. Receiving, rushing, getting some touchdowns, all the valuable looks. Yeah, not much else to say. I think it's pretty cut and dry. He's definitely got, top seat for this year. And next year probably starts to fall down in the top five. But it'll also depend on if Trey Lance and what he can do, rushing, if he checks down. But we've already seen that CMC can pretty much handle himself, just given the volume and, that offense is going to run a lot because they are probably going to be ahead a lot. CMC, pretty easy. Number one on the list. Up next, probably a little different compared to some people, but I think Saquon is going to come in at the number two spot this year. I think they're going to try to put the reins more on Danny Dimes running and really open up his passing. They brought in all those new receiving targets, but they did not bring in anything really to challenge Saquon in the backfield for touches. So I think he's still going to get that lion's share. Another year where he's coming in fully healthy to an improved offensive line, improved defense, improved offense, and another year with Daboll. I think it's going to be the year that Saquon gets, that 300 touches and, 20, 30 receptions plus and scores quite a few touchdowns. All right. Number three, an oldie buddy goodie, but the running volume still flows through Derrick Henry in Tennessee. He's going to still see a bucket ton of touches until the wheels fall off. He's going to keep being the rushing attack. The running backs that they brought in aren't going to touch his workload. And the passing attack, even if it becomes more efficient or explosive, it just adds to what they're going to do with Derrick Henry when you open up and stretch the field. So you can't load the box as much, even though it still takes quite a few guys to take him down. I still see him getting the rushing volume to push him over the edge. Now, one thing that we did see last year that we hadn't really seen as much is he finished the year with 41 targets and 33 receptions. Added at almost 400 yards receiving. Phenomenal. That's what we've been wanting from Derrick Henry. That's what we've said that'll push him to be, in the top five every year is just that little bit of receiving work. More than 20, got to 30, can't ask for too much more. For this next guy, I was a little contrary to put him on my top five list just because we really haven't seen him do anything. But the more I've researched, Bijan's got to be up there. He's going to have a very much improved Atlanta Falcons offensive line. Whether it's Ritter or Heineke or whoever is going to throw the ball, the passing attack is going to be good enough with Pitts and London. And it's going to really open up what Bijan's going to be able to do. We've seen success from Tyler Algier, and we've also seen some receiving / rushing work that Cordero Patterson did in this offense. I think Bijan has more skills than both in both departments. So that's just going to lead to, what the coaching staff is going to want to do. Focus on a power run, pass attack, and just make this all about Bijan. And I think they've got 3 great tools that defenses can't just key on Bijan. They're going to have to account for London. They're going to have to account for Pitts. And that's going to open up some spots for Bijan to, find some room to work. So touches, receiving work, probably quite a few touchdowns, especially if Ritter's behind quarterback. They're probably going to have, Bijan just take the ball in from the goal line. So all those together, definitely number 4 on my top 5 list. For number 5, I took some time on this one. There's so many between, number 5 and 10 that it's a couple carries or a couple touchdowns, or their receiving work is a little bit more. But I really think that this year Tony Pollard takes the top 5. Really didn't add a lot of competition in his backfield to take away from touches. With Ezekiel Elliott leaving, that left 231 rushes, as well as 23 targets, 254 touches left out of that backfield. Yes, you have more receivers that are out there, but there's not as many running backs. Deuce Vaughn coming in, not going to take all that receiving work. Tony is still going to get probably 275 plus touches, which usually leads to a top 12 year. And then the receiving work he's going to be able to do, he can still break big plays, and he's efficient receiver. He can do special teams if they absolutely asked him to. He's done it all before. So we shouldn't expect anything less out of the Cowboys that want to run the ball. He's kind of what they got. And that's going to lead to a lot of volume for Tony Pollard, which should lead to a lot of points for us fantasy folk. Well, that's going to do it for me today. A quick, easy one for us. A little business here. Throw me a little like if you like the video. Subscribe. Let me know where I got these top 5 wrong, because this is what I'm seeing. Maybe I missed something. Anyways, till next time, have a great one.